Whenever we're ready. All right, I'll start with the camera at the front. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and action. Hello, Summerwell Festival and the internet. My name is Alex Waterhouse, and today I am with the interesting, invigorating, and incredible Isaac Gracie. Isaac Gracie, how are you?
I'm good.
He good. So Isaac, I thought we'd keep it sort of nice and light at the start.
Yeah.
Have you been on holiday this year?
No.
No.
I haven't been on holiday for like 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah.
All right. So if you were to have a holiday, where would it be? Where would you be going?
Romania.
Romania. He said the right things. So you haven't been to Romania before?
No. I mean, I haven't been most places before, aside from where I've been on tour. You know, I really haven't been on all too many holidays in my life.
Oh, fair enough. And when you're on tour, do you find there's time to actually see the city, or are you sort of in and out?
It depends, really, you know, because sometimes you get a day off in a city and stuff like that. You get time to spend and look around, but most of the time you're just in and out, really. I was just in Turkey, and I literally didn't step foot in Turkey once. I was just straight in a taxi at the venue and then
one straight back to
on
the plane,
straight back. Yeah,
bloody hell.
It's like it's pretty intense, but
no, but that must be quite surreal, because I suppose after a while it sort of becomes a lot of hotels and airport lounges. You know, they're sort of the same wherever you go.
I guess so, but you know, the small differences still keep it interesting. You know, and you can't complain in a way because it's still more interesting than being at home, I guess.
Yeah, quite right. And so, how long have you been doing full-time music for now?
Probably about 2.5 years, maybe 3 years, I guess.
And what was your last job in civilian world before you?
I worked in cafes and a pub. I worked. The last job I had before music kind of kicked off was working in a cafe, and they put me, in the basement, clean. I was just the dish boy.
Oh, right, KP.
And, the KP, exactly. But it was a really hot summer, actually, and I can just remember just sweating, like crazy, and they didn't really pay me very well, and all of that stuff it was really actually not very great, but I kind of I like working, like I like being busy, so I just put up with it. And then when music happened, the boss hadn't paid me in like a few weeks, but I kind of put up with it because I was like, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I knew he was going to pay me probably at some point. And then music kind of started kicking off, and I just can remember going in there one morning and just asking for my money and then just leaving. So that was a pretty vindicating feeling in terms of...
Does that feel quite rock and roll though at the same time?
Oh, absolutely. It was probably one of the most rock and roll things I've ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was just like... And I think I hadn't gone to sleep the night before. Like, I was still out, and I was just like... I felt like I just spent loads of money as well, so I just went there, and I was just like on my way home, I was just like, pay me now.
Yeah, exactly. Or else you come back.
Yeah, well, I'm just not coming back, so pay me now, and my lawyer will
be
on the phone. Yeah.
I'll see you in court.
Exactly.
And over the last 2.5 years, as you've been progressing through this industry, what has surprised you the most?
I'm not sure. Maybe, I mean, there's nothing altogether to... I think the whole concept of everything at the beginning surprised me. Like, I really had no perception of a music industry, when I was younger, I didn't go to a whole lot of gigs either, because there really wasn't an outlet for it in my school, and that kind of a scene for contemporary music or whatever, and therefore my perception of everything that is music industry and music profession and business, I guess, even to the extent of tours and all of this, have all been like a complete learning experience for me, and therefore like everything is a surprise and nothing is a surprise because I have no like preconception as to what it would really be.
Yeah, no, well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. And has there been anything before where you've been, I don't know, surprised as how it's turned out? So maybe you might have said a side comment of enjoying some blueberries, and then all of a sudden you go and there's a load of blueberries made for you. Like, do you find people are quite perceptive around you for things like that?
Potentially, I mean, I guess so. You know, I can remember on the last weekend, I like retweeted. James Blake said something about, you know, music journalism and how they kind of generalize their approach to emotional displays through music and calling him sad boy music or whatever.
Okay.
And he kind of came down on that, and I retweeted it because I think it's spot on. And then in the interview that I did, literally like 2 hours later, the guy was talking, like, wanted to talk a lot about it and everything. I was like, what, you know, because obviously I had just experienced that in a very private and passing way.
What, on your phone on the bus or something?
Well,
like that?
exactly. I don't tweet that much either. Like,
No.
Twitter is still a foreign thing to me in many respects, and therefore, like, you know, the fact that, you know, these connections spread where something that you've only really felt that you've generated in yourself is something that someone is coming to you, talking to you about. Well, that was very strange.
Yeah, so it must be quite bizarre because it almost makes you have to reinforce to watch what you say and.
Oh, absolutely.
And
I think that whole thing of just like doing interviews and being talked about, people using your words or you know, whatever it will be, you realize that the discourse that you speak of yourself to yourself is not the one that people will immediately kind of translate. And it's difficult. It's difficult to know exactly how to speak because you want to be honest, and that's always been a key for me, is kind of being a bit transparent and hopefully kind of not putting up too much of a wall between what is the truth of, you know, my experience of things or my feeling of things. But sometimes it's difficult because, you know, your words can be conveyed in a...
Well, quite. It's a double-edged sword, really. Do you find a difference between playing UK shows and then playing shows in sort of mainland Europe and, you know, with sort of the crowd and the vibe and how it all runs?
Yeah, I guess so, but...
Well, especially show's a show, is it?
A show is a show, you know, and obviously every place you play has that intrinsic difference that kind of makes it attributable to that place. You know, sometimes in a small way, and other times in a bigger way. But you know, it really is just you go around, you play shows and.
Was there a show or a venue that particularly captured your heart over your journey so far?
Yeah, I mean, I played at a place called Café de la Danse in Paris. That was a really cool place, and the crowd were great. Played at a venue called Molotov in Hamburg, and that was just like sweaty and clubby and delicious. Like, you know, it was just like all of those things. They couldn't be.
You can taste the air.
Exactly, and they couldn't be more separate. Like, one was on the Strip in Hamburg, and the other was kind of, kind of quirky, arty, you know, nicely renovated place in Paris or whatever. But then, you know, that's the whole thing. Like, I couldn't define an intrinsic difference between anywhere, because everywhere is intrinsically unique, kind of thing.
And has its own little beauty.
Yeah, exactly.
To play. Well, that's fantastic. Well, one thing now is time that we all have to do in interviews, which is do a bit of plugging.
Oh, very good.
So I've got your own golden plug.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's serious. It's a golden plug. No, well,
that's good. I mean, it's quite a good joke.
You know, it's the plug. We all have to do it. So now's your opportunity, Isaac Gracie. You have a camera there, and a camera over there. Is there anything that you'd like to plug right now?
With my golden plug.
With your golden plug.
Am I, you know, what's the deal? Am I plugging my own music?
Mate, you're plugging whatever you want. It can be an environmental cause, it can be your music, it can be your particular brand of tea, even though there's many available.
I wish I knew. I've got a song coming out, not a song, a music video for a song, tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow, it won't be tomorrow when this goes up.
Oh, no, true, actually.
It'll be like a few months ago, probably.
Exactly. 2018?
Yeah,
2018
exactly.
It'll be up.
And that's for Running on Empty. And what else can I plug in the world? I mean, this plug is a pretty cool thing.
Well, I thought you could either make it into a chain or...
I mean, is it mine to keep?
Of course it's yours to keep. It's my gift to you.
Wow, jeez.
You know,
I feel special.
Oh, you are special, Isaac Gracie. You are special. And I'll use my opportunity now with my own golden plug.
Oh my god.
There we are. I know we've got the plugs out, people. Plugs out.
This
So
is quite intense.
so much plugging going on. So this is for Summerwell Music Festival, the 11th to 12th of August 2018 in Romania, Bucharest. I'll be seeing you there. Mr. Gracie will be seeing you there. And we're going to be having a spot of afternoon tea when we get there.
Are we going to do that?
We are going to do that. We're going to get a few of us sat around and have a little bit of a chat and a cup of tea. Or
Sounds intense.
maybe something stronger. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But we shall see you there. So thank you very, very much for watching. Keep an eye out for Mr. Gracie's new music video. And we'll see you very soon.
Pew pew.
Bam! Guns are out. Guns and plugs.
Guns and plugs.
Guns and plugs, y'all.